Transport from the Zambezi River Lodge to the gorge each day is provided by Shearwater and Europcar.
Our contestants are lining up above Rapid 5, a stairway to heaven, for the raft sprint race. There's been a lot of action and flips here during the downriver practices, so it promises to be pretty exciting stuff.
Well, this is a great venue to have the sprint race on. What we're going to do is start at the top, drive down towards Stairway to Heaven, which is one of the biggest commercially run rapids in the world. We're going to be slightly to the left of the pour-over, the right of the catcher's mitt, crash through the big waves and straight down to the finish.
The sprint event is divided into 3 stages. The first stage being a time trial that establishes seedings for the second stage. Rapid number 5 is an enormous rapid, as the Slovakian team soon discover. Top contenders Italy don't fare much better, losing a boatload of swimmers that cost some valuable seconds.
We made a big mistake up on the rapid, so we went too much right, so we catch a big hole on the bottom and we lost the good way, so we must push very hard to beat the Zimbabwe team. The difference was, the distance was only a few centimeters, so we're very happy to beat them.
New Zealand lead Mexico in their head-to-head, but an enormous hit on the catcher's mitt spills one of their bow paddlers. But luckily for them, Mexico also take time to rescue a swimmer. The Kiwis are just able to hold on and clinch a very tight finish.
We were going head-to-head, and then we pulled into the current in the fast lane, and then we were just going neck and neck, neck and neck, and as the current closed out into a V, they just edged into our right tube with their left tube, driving us into the boil coming off the left bank. Then we came into the rapid, right on their tail, and then it was just neck and neck all the way right to the end here.
The USA protest is upheld, and in their rerun come up against Slovakia. They win easily to set the fastest time of the event. Germany come up against Italy, who want to put their unlucky time trial behind them. The Germans lead with a very clean run, while close behind them, the hapless Italians flip and dash their hopes of attaining a top 5 finish in this event. The Stairway to Heaven claims the scalp of the powerful Russians, and despite a very quick reflip, the Russians are edged out by their neighbors, Kazakhstan. The British women record the fastest time in the women's category with this excellent effort. Australia's run of bad luck from the 1996 event seems to be continuing with this boatload of swimmers. And the Canadian women show great finesse as they qualify for the women's final with this run.
I think we had a better run than them, but they were still a bit faster. I don't think our lines in the rapid were maybe as good as our competition. And I think it's just the nature of how difficult the rapid is and how fine the line is. If you're a little bit off, it can make that 1 to 3 seconds different, which makes this race very exciting.
It's the first of our finals. This is the British women up against the Canadians, who narrowly edged out the US women's team. The Britons are the first to take the drop into this huge rapid, and they're perfectly on line. Canada are right on their tail, but they won't catch them now. The Britons take it.
It was good, it was hard, and then we had nice lines all the way down to the rapids.
It's Canada versus New Zealand in this race for 3rd and 4th place. The Kiwis are first in, that's a perfect line. Canada also look good, but that's a huge hit for them on the catcher's mitt, and the Kiwis have also come unstuck. They'll need a quick rescue, but they've lost a paddle. It's going to be tight. The Kiwis have held on to take 3rd position overall. This is the big one. It's the men's final. Last year's champion Slovenia take on the USA, who recorded the fastest time in the history of this event. The fast current narrows here. It's only 1 boat width wide. The US team has drifted slightly off into the slower water. Slovenia have pulled ahead. They're perfectly online in the rapid. That's a textbook run. But the USA look just as good. This is a mistake by the Slovenians. The current on the left is very slow. They've let the Americans back into it. It's anybody's race again. But Slovenia just look too strong. They're going to win the men's sprint event, but what a fighting performance from the USA.
We paddle very hard, as much as we can, and we won the race.
Slovenia win the sprint from the USA and New Zealand, and the British women take their event ahead of Canada.